Hi, good to see you, Sarah.
Hi, Drew. Good to see you.
I am here with Sarah Flint, who is a member of our missions committee and also the leader of our creation care work group. So, Sarah, thanks for talking to me a little bit about your work in this area.
Thanks for giving me a few minutes.
So, tell us a little bit about what you guys are doing with the creation care work group.
Our creation care work group is coming together and brainstorming some ideas of how to help our congregation to be more aware of how we can take care of this beautiful world that God has given us.
Excellent. And how did you get involved or interested in creation care issues?
That's actually kind of a funny story because, well, I've always been interested in the natural world and the environment, but I know we talk about how the Holy Spirit reaches all of us in the places where we are. And many of my friends know that I call myself the Queen Nerd. And about a year ago, I was in a science lecture, sitting there having a Holy Spirit moment. I was in a lecture about sea level rise. And I started really thinking, do I have a place in trying to help people to be more inspired to take better care of our planet? And I really started to think with my engineering background and with my passion about following Jesus and doing work in the church, maybe I have a place and a role in trying to do this work.
I think you're probably one of the few people who would hear God's voice, particularly in a science lecture. So I
I,
think
I might be. I will own that. I am the Queen Nerd, and that is where the Holy Spirit met me.
that's awesome. So you guys have been sort of working and trying to formulate this for a while now. What are some ways that Memorial can participate in your group?
Well, probably right now, since we are still socially distanced, the first thing really to look for is we're going to start a weekly post in the e-news called Away a Week. And we'll be helping people to think of things that they can do at home, mostly little swap outs and things just for greater awareness of everybody won't be able to do everything, but things that we can do just to take better care of the planet.
Yeah,
Whether it's changing out your dish soap or what you use to wash your hair or how you recycle something, just little things like that that everybody can do that ends up making a big difference in the long run.
how do you think of creation care as being a spiritual issue?
I don't think you have to look any further than Genesis 1. Really, there are three really important things so close together. One is that we're made in God's image. And you think of how are we called to be in God's image? Our God is a kind God and not a cruel God. Our God is a caring God. And if we're to act in God's image, we're called to be as much like God as we can be. And then, right close to that, we're given dominion over the planet. And with that, I think comes such great responsibility. So we have to put those things together. How do we take care of this planet as people made in the image of God? And then the third thing is right after creation happens, God is looking at it and saying that it is good. So it's good the way that God made it. So, how do we try to keep it as close to the way that God made it as we can? So that's how I really see it so much as a spiritual issue and an issue that as Christians we're called to really participate to make a difference.
Absolutely. And one of the things that influenced my own understanding of missions is the 5 marks of mission that came out of the Anglican Church. And caring for creation is the last one of those 5 marks. And I think it's an important issue. And I think it helps us participate in what God's doing in the world, which is the heart of mission. So thank you for helping us think through these issues as a congregation. And I look forward to seeing Away a Week and see what things we can do.
Thanks, Drew.